god, I just love the sweater too. I wish I had more rainbow things, but then I'm like, girl, you wear black shirts every day, so
Yeah,
stop.
I was gonna say I appreciate it, but it's so not my style.
I'd be like, I need to take this off. I do not feel like myself. Let's see, where's
I'm
this
drawing too much attention to myself.
at? Right? This is the opposite of what I wanted. Good morrow, everybody. My name is Robin, also known as Sunny Side Up Gal, and you are my Sunny Side Up pal. Good morning, good morrow, and good day. Welcome to my Chanel. Today we have a very, very special guest, Emmy Brooklyn Baby. First time guest here, and I'm so happy to have you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. This is truly an experience like no other.
Yay! Oh, you know what? I forgot to change my background, but you know what? Maybe I'll just keep the ranch. We're keeping the ranch.
Oh my God, I completely forgot because I can't see it here.
Okay, this is good actually. So Emmy and I have been chitting and chatting for a while, for about 6 months since when did you start your channel, by the way? I can't remember.
I started it in December, so that's
Okay.
probably when you slid into my DMs, or I slid into your DMs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? I just remembered what it was.
Me too.
I was like undercover for a while because for those of you who are not familiar with my channel, which is probably a lot of you, I used to be a very pro haze, pro intuitive eating, and borderline pro fat acceptance. Like I dabbled in that universe for quite a while to the point that I had a whole podcast about it. Um, and that led to me hosting a podcast on a pretty big platform, a health and wellness podcast. And it was always with the health at every size outlook. And I featured a lot of fat acceptance people on those podcasts. I featured a lot of anti diet dietitians. I really took their word as Bible and believed in everything they were saying. And then at some point, when I was hosting the podcast that was on the big network, I started to kind of become disillusioned with body positivity, with health at every size, with fat acceptance, most of all. But I couldn't really explore that because I was recording 2 episodes a week for this network. And we had this really strong ethos of
Yeah.
anti diet and health at every size. So anytime I would question it, I would think, well, I'm just being fat phobic, or, well, I just need to unlearn some more stuff, or,
Mm-hmm.
like I would talk myself out of it. And it wasn't until I discovered this community on YouTube that I realized, like, wow, there are a lot of other people that feel the exact same way I do. And
Yeah.
there are even people who have come from the health at every size world and have come to their senses and are making content like this. And I felt so inspired. And so I decided to start making this type of content that speaks up against the fat acceptance rhetoric. Um, but that transition meant that a lot of people from my former life were still
Mm-hmm.
following me, still considered me to be their friend or acquaintance, or and it's tricky because there are some people that I genuinely really like. I just don't agree with them anymore.
Yeah.
So there were people that, like, I didn't want to uh
Offend or hurt.
offend. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I wasn't posting about it on Instagram. Like, I started my YouTube channel, and then my YouTube channel grew pretty quickly, but
Yeah.
I wasn't there were people following me on Instagram that had no idea I was making this content.
I'm not
So,
gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you because we're homies now. But
yes.
I was jealous. I was like, "Ah, how did she grow so fast? Like with your
Oh,
channel, it was, I was impressed, but also like I'm jealous. But you know what? Whatever. We're having fun.
well, you know what? There's space for everybody here. And that's what
Hmm.
I mean, you've grown your channel like so much in the past year. And I love that about this community. That's something else that I learned really early on, is like we all support each other. And it's
Yeah,
so
that's
different.
period. Yeah.
I couldn't believe the fact that it was really early on, like I think like my third or fourth video or something, like a bunch of people in the niche shared it. You may have even shared it
Yeah,
too.
I think I might
And
have. Yeah.
I think you might have, and I was so surprised because Robin, when I tell you that coming from the podcasting world and also before that I did stand-up comedy. But so coming
Wow,
from
really? That's cool. I didn't know that.
yes, yeah, for 6 years I did stand-up comedy and I did sketch comedy, and eventually, but I podcasted like that was my bread and butter.
Your job. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Your job
so
job.
then
Mhm.
in when COVID happened and live comedy was no more, I was still doing the podcast, and then eventually I realized that I liked my life so much more just as a podcaster and not somebody who was going out to bars with three people at 2 a.m. telling
Yeah.
jokes and having
Yeah,
them
yeah,
be
yeah.
like,
For
fuck
real.
you. Um, but anyway, wait, what was I this I have major ADHD. So
No, you're good.
so
Okay.
there were people that didn't know what I was doing. So I think I sent you somebody's profile and I was like, I can't talk about her
Mhm.
because she will find out and she will be upset, but she needs to be spoken about. So I sent her profile to you. I was like, Robin will do it for me. And
Did I
you
do it?
did.
I did do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I did do it. Yes, I did do it. Ooh, that was a memorable one too. What do you think was like the straw that broke the camel's back for you in that community that you were just like, what am I doing here?
There wasn't just one thing. Like, there wasn't just one thing. It was just this feeling that, like, this agita that I kept feeling for probably like a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Like, it just kept slowly building, and like one thing would compound on another. And it eventually got to a point where like we would have guests booked on the show and I'd be like, why are we having this guest on? Like, this is a health and wellness show. Like, and I can't name names, but like there were certain people that I then, after leaving the show, I resigned, because I wasn't happy anymore. I didn't like feel good about the content that I was creating, and it was hard to walk away from that job because it was like a job that a lot of people would have wanted. And
Everybody wants this.
Yeah,
and I
like
was there for like 3 years. But yeah, when I resigned and I discovered the anti-fat acceptance community on YouTube,
mm,
I saw that people were making videos about these people that were like booked on the podcast that like never ended up coming on, like people who were on the guest list. And I was like, really? Like, why are we having this person on the podcast? And they had so many reactions about them, about like their insane content. Okay, I'm going to throw a few names out there. These were not people who ever came on the show, okay?
right,
But
period, period.
they were on the guest list.
So like they wanted them on the show, but they never showed up.
We never got to it. Like, I
Okay.
resigned before it ever, this was like the last guest list. So maybe this is kind of the straw that broke the camel's back.
Okay.
J-Bay.
Airlines make their products smaller every year. Then they blame us for not fitting. If your car got smaller every year, wouldn't you be pissed? Seats are getting smaller, seatbelts are getting shorter, and they pack us in tighter so they can make more money. But when we can't squeeze into their tiny seats, it's somehow our fault. I'm done letting airlines make us the problem when it's them causing it.
William
J-Bay.
Hornby.
Ugh. Your face. I hate him.
Can you imagine me looking up these people and being like, this is who I'm supposed to interview on my health and wellness podcast?
Obesity is the deadliest illness affecting Americans today. Actually, no one dies of obesity. You can't be serious. Did you know that there isn't a single disease that is exclusive to fat people?
Daybay? This was exactly, I want to say, like 4 to 6 weeks before she had her psychotic break.
One more time.
I can't.
Bring that.
Thank God I stay in Bobby's stuff, and they cannot move me at all. And they cannot move me at all because I'm 550 pounds and I'm a disabled woman.
Oh, poor gal, by the way. But
No, I feel
yeah.
terrible for her. Like, let me be clear about that. But like, looking at her content, I was like, I don't think this woman seems stable. Like,
Yeah,
I
as
don't
far
know
as
if I
like
want to interview her.
yeah, as far as like health and what kind of questions would you even ask on a health and wellness
It,
podcast? It just seems like pandering, like you're just trying to get more people from the fat community to I'm not saying that this is what happened, but like it just seems like you're just grabbing,
No,
you're
that is
just
what
trying to
happened.
reach for numbers. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, that is what happened. It started out as one podcast, and it kind of like became another podcast because the people who were producing it like had a certain vision for it. I don't want to get too deep into it, but
No, we don't
there
have
were
to.
like, there were some people coming down the pipeline that I was like, what? But I think in her case, it would have been about the struggles of traveling whilst fat, because that's like, that was her whole thing. But the thing
Here's the
is,
solution for that. There is a solution for that. It's called weight loss. But sorry, go ahead.
what do you think about like two seats? Like, do you think if somebody doesn't fit in a seat that they should be given an extra seat? In a perfect world, like what would you want the airline to do?
Well, I mean, if the airline truly is advertising like that whole shabacle with that one airline where they were like, yeah, we will refund you or whatever, then they
Oh
should
yeah.
follow through. But as far as like, I think if you can only fit in 2 seats, you have to buy the second seat. Like, I honestly do think that. And I think that if we hold more people accountable to that, then maybe it'll move the world in the better direction towards like towards like wanting to better themselves. Not like you're like a bad person for needing 2 seats to fly, but like if you need 2 seats to fly, something's wrong. You're unhealthy. That's not ever gonna
I
be
mean,
healthy.
I get what you're saying. It's like at a certain point, if you don't fit in the norm, you need sometimes you need to pay to have the accommodation that you need, and that's just like
Period.
the way the world works. I mean,
Yeah.
tall people have to pay for like the extra leg room seats, and
Right.
but I actually thought of this. I thought it was so brilliant, but then I was like, it's probably not, because they would probably find a way to make everybody pay more for this to be the
More.
case, which
Yeah.
that's what people are concerned about, I think, is that like our tickets would end up costing more if we subsidized like the double seat for a larger person. But I think
Mm-hmm.
that planes should have separate rows where the seats are bigger, that you, similar to the extra legroom seats or like the exit row, that you pay more, but it's not quite as much as buying 2 seats. So that could be a fat person, or it could just be somebody who
Somebody who
wants
wants
a bigger
room.
seat.
Yeah. Who wants a bench versus just a chair.
Right. And
I
I
like
think
that
that would
idea.
actually work pretty well.
Yeah. I also, what do you think about like they weigh, I'm not saying that they should weigh people, but they weigh your luggage before you get on a plane. They don't weigh the people, but everybody is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, isn't that going to lead to some kind of an issue or a failure?
Why? Because the plane can only handle a certain
Amount of
weight?
weight? Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't know. I can't speak to it because
Well, we're not pilots, so
I'm not I wish I was. That would be badass.
yeah, but
I
no,
used
I
to
love your
really want to be a flight attendant.
dude, me too. Unfortunately, like it just wouldn't work out for my marriage, but I would have loved to just travel like that. But and I don't like to fly anymore. Like I'm so over flying. If I could drive everywhere, I would drive everywhere.
Really, I actually like flying. I just don't like the whole it's like I like showering. I just don't like getting in and out. Like I don't like the
Yes, yeah.
transition of being at the airport, but that's like I'm not unique in that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think anybody enjoys going to the airport.
I do like actually being in the air. Like I even kind of like turbulence. Like it's like a roller coaster.
Oh, you're like, wow, I'm so close to dying. I'm here for
Yeah,
it.
it's like gives me a reason to feel alive.
All right, but okay, so today we are going to uh uh explore a couple of categories. So we've chatted about people who, how am I going to go into this?
Well, we just did a video. If it's not on my channel already, it will be soon. But we were
Mhm.
talking about the difference between somebody just existing as a fat
Yeah.
person and normalizing obesity, or promoting obesity is a word that you hear people say a lot. But we don't think it's that. We just think that they're normalizing it.
Yeah, like I don't think that people are generally like glamour. Like there are some people who claim to glamorize or to glorify obesity, but it just seems like a joke. But the issue all boils down to like just wanting to normalize obesity, be okay with obesity. And to me, that feels like a problem because it's not okay. I don't think obesity is okay. I think that if you, in this moment in time, if you are obese, I currently am still obese, but in this moment in time, if you are obese, like, yes, you deserve to exist in the body that you exist in. But when you go on to a social media platform or if you have a bunch of followers and you make false claims that like being obese has nothing to do with your health or isn't like inherently unhealthy or whatever, you're gonna end up on the channel and we're gonna make fun of you.
Right. Yeah, it's basically what we're saying is if you're asking for it, you're gonna get
Yeah,
you're
right.
gonna get it.
Yeah, no. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna chat and talk a little. Actually, the first we're not gonna talk trash.
Not yet. Not yet.
And then we will talk trash. But the first person that I wanted to bring up, her name is, this is somebody who I think is really just existing. Her name is Mary Fran. I think she's a lovely lady, this Mary Fran. And
Super
I
whimsical vibes.
yes, very whimsical. She has 166,000 followers, and her profile says, just a girl who loves a Scottish boy, finds magic in all the colors, and is learning to love the space she takes up in the world. So, yes, she's bringing up the whole like take up space, whatever. However, I've looked up on her page. I've looked at so many of her videos. I haven't seen a single one about being fat, existing in a fat body, or like fat girls can do it too, or anything like that. It is all just her being whimsy and colorful and her boy or her guy and yeah,
Crafting,
crafting
decorating.
and just like cool outfits and stuff like that. And I just think that she's so cool. And in IRL, I probably would want to be friends with her just because she has such a great style and she's just so colorful. I don't know.
Yeah,
Is
she
she?
definitely has a unique like POV
Yeah. Right. Like she's
in
not like
terms of her in
she's
terms of her style.
yeah, she's not like the other girls, you know what I mean? She's not, she's not out here trying to tell you that she's fat and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. She's literally just another gal. She can be any of our friends. Just another gal on the internet and I love her for it. So, let's take a look
Yeah.
here. So
Well, if you scroll up a little bit, scroll down just a little bit, a little more. Where did I see this thing? Keep scrolling.
what was she
Okay,
wearing?
okay. Wait, go back up. Okay. How much do you want? Look at the top left. How much do you want these little spice containers? I was
Yes. Hold on. I don't think I have the music on, but what? Oh, they're
I
Lennox?
yeah, do you know this brand?
Yeah, so Lennox, I think they do like the mini train stations, like people nerds who
Oh, like the
have the
Christmas
trains.
Village and stuff?
Yeah. All right, I do want to start off with the fact that I'm really impressed that I even remembered that the Tiny Village had the letter L and the letter X in it. That's why I got it confused with Lennox. The Tiny Village is made by the Lemax company. Lennox is well known for their dinnerware and their ceramic ware and the tiny mini like spice villages. And then Lemax is known for their Christmas villages, the whole train stations around the Christmas villages. This is what we had a Christmas village growing up and I loved it. We had a winter wonderland one. Here we go. Here's Santa's Wonderland. So cute. And we had a train and yeah, I got them confused. So it's not Lennox, it's Lemax, but still cute, right? That's so cool.
I want these
Yes.
little spice containers so bad, and I don't even like shit like this, but when you sent me the profile, I swear to God, I was looking up these spice containers, like trying to see if I could find a deal for like
That is so
45
cute.
minutes.
You know
Yeah.
what's nice about them too is it's the spice containers that like you have to have like a little spoon for to like
Yeah.
spoon it on yourself. Fancy.
Oh,
Very, very cottage
yeah.
core.
Cottagecore, so grandma.
I want to see how she's like putting them up on her wall though. Like where would you store them? You'd have to have like
A
like
shelf.
shelvings like a ton.
Oh my
So
God, she
cute.
has this pop art wallpaper. Yeah, she's one of these people that like clearly put a lot of time and effort into their physical space.
Yeah. She's living her best life. Yeah, the wallpaper's dope. All right, so let's watch some of her reels that I picked out. I picked out random ones, so I will feel a little bit silly if she does end in some of these. bring up being fat. That would be funny, actually.
Well, like, it's okay if, as long as she's not telling other people to be fat.
Yeah, agreed.
You know?
Agreed, yeah. Okay, so if you are just listening, the screen says it's Monday and you are being observed today, but your meds are kicking in, the outfit is sick, and the song is your hyperfixation. It's all gonna be okay. So, sharing positive vibes. Already can tell I'm gonna love the outfit because I love leopard print, and she's got circular glasses. She just seems very chill.
What I don't know what she means by you're being observed. Is she a
I
teacher?
Is she what?
It's Monday and you're being observed today. Is she a teacher or something?
I was thinking that maybe she's a teacher or maybe she works like in the medical field or something like that, or like mental health.
Okay. Yeah, something where they
But
do assessments.
yeah, something like that. But let's take a look here. I'm gonna mute it a little bit. So outfit's cute, maximalist as hell.
Yeah,
She
and
looks
a
comfy.
lot of girls like want to dress this way now. It's like that
Yeah.
eclectic vibe. So
Mhm.
I personally I love when plus size women put together fun outfits and show other plus size
Yeah.
women how to do it and where they get their clothes. Like I think that's something that's very much needed. That's not like I've never disagreed with that. Um, but there's a good way to do it and a bad way to do it, I think. And the
Yeah.
bad way to do it, I think, just go to Samira's profile.
Oh my gosh.
I
She
despise
irks
that
me.
girl.
Dude, she just did a
Yeah, but
she did a video yesterday, I think, where she was trying to put on like an adult diaper, but it's like adult diapers for like when you're on your period, and it wouldn't fit over
oh,
her.
like
And
period panties?
yeah, period panties, but they're like diaper material, like they're not reusable. And
Why would you want
she's
that?
maybe you have a heavy period. When I had my heavy periods, I was wearing adult diapers. So is it
Oh,
comfortable?
oh,
No, but is it better
oh,
than
but
like
it's like a
worrying about
medically
leaking?
necessary thing.
Yeah. But I mean,
Okay.
if you, it is, so for these though, they are supposed to take over period panties, but be more absorbent. So if you have a heavier flow or something like that. I've never tried period panties because I don't trust them. Have you?
No,
I
never.
don't trust
And
them.
I
Yeah.
went to what's that company? I think it's called Nix. Is it called
Okay.
Nix?
Hmm.
The big one, like the one that started it all.
They have the period
They
panty company.
the period panties that like everybody started copying them.
Yeah.
It's either whatever, it doesn't matter. It actually like quite literally does not matter who the brand was, but they had some kind of they had some kind of event, and my friend who is an influencer got invited to their event, and she was like, do you want to come? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go to the period panty party. So we went, and they were selling this blanket, and I really it was like a brand new product. Like that was the whole purpose of the event, was to launch this new product. And it was a blanket made of the period panty material, so I guess you could just like lay down the blanket and like go to town if you have your period. And I actually thought it was like kind of a good idea, so I was thinking about buying it. I go over to the table where they had them displayed. They were like $500
Shut
for a blanket made of
up.
absorbent period
Absorbent material. You know,
sucking
it's all just
material.
like it's layered flannel. It's all it is usually. It's layered flannel underneath, and underneath is like a waterproof backing or something like that. Like it's, you can just sleep on a
It's
towel.
nothing
You can just put a
crazy.
towel underneath. Yeah, it's nothing crazy. That's crazy. It's like that, those are
I
NASA prices,
know.
bitch.
I seriously, I was like,
Yeah.
what kind of technology are we dealing with?
Yeah.
In what universe could I spend $500 on a blanket, even if it was made of the finest cashmere? I wouldn't buy it,
Yeah,
you
would
know?
never ever. Dude, I don't even think that for something I'm gonna bleed on, I don't even think I would pay $50 for that. Like, I'm good with like a nasty towel
No.
or something. Like, I'm good.
No.
Yeah, we're good.
I also don't even care at this point. All my sheets have blood stains on them.
Dude,
Like, who cares?
Same. God. Okay, it's because we're 35. Everybody listen, when you get past 30, you just stop caring and like you just realize bodies will body and you're going to period everywhere. Like
Yeah.
every single panty turns into period panties and we're
Yes.
living our best life.
How do you even differentiate between panties and period panties? I don't know. I haven't in years.
They're all the same.
It's-
They're all the same.
It's all, we're equal opportunity panty wearers. You know, I do see how it could be hard to find things that are like that style, like that eclectic style that's still like cool girl or whatever, in plus sizes. So that's clearly, you know, there's a demographic for that, and she's really good at putting outfits together.
Yep, she's working it. She's working it. And she's doing it like a normal person and not in a fat acceptance, fat activist eye. This summer, I found my bravery. So when I first saw this, I was like, was she talking about being brave, like wearing an outfit? But in the caption, it was like talking about being brave by traveling, I think maybe traveling alone, like actual things that people should be brave about, flying, etc., etc., etc. So she's just, I'm muting it. Oh, I love that sweater. That's so cute.
Yeah, cute.
So she met her husband. I don't know if they met online, but her husband is from Scotland. And
I was going to say,
her
this
trip
looks
to
like Scotland.
Yeah, gorgeous and glorious and
Beautiful.
yeah.
You know, the most beautiful place I've ever been to was Northern Ireland.
Really? We just went to Ireland
Gorgeous.
last year. Yeah.
Which part?
We spent the week in Dublin. So we were gonna
In
do
Dublin,
like
yeah.
travel and go around, but we were just like, it was our first international trip together, so we were like, let's just like stay close. But there's so much to see
That's
in a
so
week
fun.
in Dublin.
I actually didn't go to Dublin. I didn't go to Dublin. I went to Northern Ireland because a friend of a friend lived there. She studied, she was in grad school studying castles, and she took us around to like all these castles. Yeah, it was magical.
That is so
She took-
cool.
But there was one point, it's called Giant's Causeway.
Yeah.
And you know about it? Yeah. So if you're there at that point and you're walking on the rocks, you can see Scotland. It's only like a few miles away. It's separated by water. But yeah, it looked just like this. But anyway, I'm the worst when it comes to like going off on
That's okay.
tangents.
Dude, no, you're good.
No, but
you know, I'll just have fun with the edits and everything. You're
Okay,
good.
great. No,
Yeah.
but it seems like she's just traveling, living her life. Maybe she met her husband there.
I think so. I think or online or something like that. But I think yeah, like traveling, especially international travel when you've never left the country in your life, like that's something to be brave for. So again, when I first saw the caption, I was like, oh, is she maybe I have to choose somebody else because she's probably going to be like talking about how brave it is to just show up in a fat body, like, you know, the gals do, right? They just say that. But no,
Yeah,
like,
so
it's good content.
I'm curious what the captions.
Here it is. Okay, so it says starting our journey tomorrow, home to our little cottage in Waimea, and I don't know where my Waimea is. Is that in Scotland or is that in America? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
And
Waimea River.
Why me? You know. And all I can think about is that how much I've changed the last month. On a trip I was hellbent not to go on, I found myself in so many ways. I discovered how brave I truly am, and it has opened doors for my husband and I's future that I think we wouldn't have opened and had we not taken the sleep. Sorry, I can't read sometimes. So yeah, nothing. It's all about finding bravery and taking that first step and getting on the plane. Maybe they had just met each other first. That was their first time at meeting a stranger, but also not a stranger, you know?
Yeah.
Cute.
Nice.
She's adorable. Wow, you're so creative. Thanks. I cry all the time because I have anxiety. Again, not fat related, just normal, you know, everybody can get anxiety from time to time. And again, the cute sweater, the cute fit. She's just a gal. She's doing what everybody else does on the internet, and that's dance in front of the camera. You know?
She's doing what everyone else is doing on the internet. Yeah. And also, like, I think it's kind of, I mean, it doesn't explicitly say this, but it's kind of saying like, even if you have anxiety, you can still dress yourself in bright colors and like express yourself. even
Yeah.
if you don't feel great all the time, which I
Right, right,
can
right.
co-sign.
Yes. Period. So the other thing I wanted to mention too is, and I'm not a doctor, I can't diagnose anything, and I'm just making an assumption. And this could be wrong or this could be correct. But she does have stubble on her chin, which is very common with a lot of people who have PCOS. And that's one of the a lot of people use PCOS, and I have PCOS or PMOS, and a lot of people use it as like an excuse to kind of remain in a fat body or just be like, I have PMOS, there's no like I didn't choose this, like I can't lose weight, it's impossible, which it's not, because it's not, right? I believe that she has PMOS, but again, on her page, nowhere on the page does she talk about PMOS or the fact that she can't lose weight due to PMOS. It's not an excuse. It's just a part of her. And on the page, she shines the most. It's not nothing about her weight or anything, you know?
Right. Yeah. I also, I'm I'm nervous to say this because I don't know it for a fact, but I'm pretty sure obesity can also contribute to PMOS, right?
I think it's like hand in hand. So
Right.
so I think there's like some theories that it could cause it, but like most of the time it's like you were born with PMOS, and then that causes insulin resistance in some cases, and then
Okay.
that can cause obesity. But definitely being obese can exacerbate the PMOS symptoms. So like, because even I've only lost and maintained 40 pounds ish, right? Well, actually like 45 now. But I since I've lost the weight, like I have no PM now that the insulin resistance is gone, no PMOS symptoms, like no pain or anything like that, like no crazy heavy periods or anything like that. I mean, I'm on like an IUD, which is supposed to help with like I had pre-cancer a couple years ago, and so they
Mhm.
had to remove a bunch of like they had to like completely like re remove like my uterine lining and then reset it basically and put an IUD in. But aside from that, I have no other like PMOS symptoms, and I'm attributing that to living a healthier lifestyle and like eating better and like being in a smaller body. So, but yeah, so like
Okay. Yeah,
being
that makes
being obese
sense.
can exacerbate PMOS symptoms and make your beard worse. So,
Gotcha. That said, you could also just have some chin hair.
yeah, she could. Yeah, she could definitely just have some chin hair. Obesity can lead to like mental health issues. I'm not saying that she has obesity or she has anxiety because she's obese, but it's possible. But I'm not going to comment on her page and be like, "Hey, if you lost weight, you could be less anxious," because that's not always true, and it's not the nicest thing. She's just existing, right?
Yeah. It I could see once again, like going back to like there are always going to be trolls on the internet. There are
Yeah,
always going to be
period.
mean people who go for low hanging fruit. I could see somebody leaving a comment on here saying like, well, maybe if you weren't so fat, you wouldn't be so anxious.
Right.
But like if I saw that comment, I would think to myself like, that's an asshole. Like that's you're an
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
asshole. You
Yeah,
know, like that's
clearly.
not justified in any way. Now, if she had come on here and said, I have anxiety and it has nothing to do with my weight and my weight actually helps my anxiety or like whatever
Yeah.
bullshit, like stuff that
Or
didn't
what is
make
it
sense.
like hot girls are fat and have anxiety or something like that, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like then it's you're asking for it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're asking for it. Then
I keep saying
you
that.
should
I
be
shouldn't say
bullied.
that anymore. I just mean you're kind of
You're
inviting people to
inviting
give
negative
their
comments.
opinion.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
You're inviting negative traction, negative comments. Where she like, how can you look at her enjoying her life and try to ruin? You're just trying to ruin her day if you do stuff like that.
exactly.
Okay, this says spend the day with us, chores and house cleaning. I'm gonna mute it. Well, let's watch it.
Sunday, and we have so much to do today. I'm gonna make a list because if not, my brain is gonna go ping, 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 and I'm gonna get overwhelmed and I'm gonna have a meltdown, and that's gonna be a whole thing. So today, in our little daily vlog situation, we are gonna get our house cleaned up and ready because I'm having a little birthday get together in a couple of days with my girlfriends, and I want my house to be nice and clean and ready for all of my girlfriends to come over, and my husband's gonna do some stuff outside.
So this is just almost like a get ready with me, just her sharing her life, just like what any regular schmegular person would do. So We've
Yeah,
seen
and
other
it
people,
fits
skinny
in
people do
like
stuff like this.
right, and it seems like it's fitting within the home decor thing that she
Hmm.
does.
Here we go. First step is to make a list. Okay, so here's my list. Clean kitchen, wipe everything. I'm going to take everything off of the counters, make my bed, put away clothes, straighten up my fabric and crafting area because it's kind of a hot mess, take up the recycling, straighten the living room, wash our rugs. I'm going to clean the bathroom. I'm going to do this last because I'm going to clean the bathroom and then get in the shower.
Anyway, it's a really long video. I didn't realize that. But yeah, so that's Mary Fran, I guess. Again, she is the gal who is just existing.
I
And
think
what do you
it's
guys
pretty
think?
indisputable.
Yeah, it is. What do you guys think below? Let us know in the comments. Do you think that she is glorifying or normalizing obesity? Because if you think that, tell me why. I don't think so. I think you can just be on the internet and be like, look at my clothes. I'm cleaning my house. And I did this thing where I went to Ireland or Scotland. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's really nothing in there about her weight.
Yeah,
I mean,
literally.
yeah, I think where there will be some crossover is the plus size clothing recommendations.
Hmm.
But like we said, that's not fat acceptance. That's just something that people just need clothes
Yeah, right,
and they
Like
want to
if
dress
I'm,
cute.
yeah. If I'm a plus size girly, I will, yeah, so it's important to be able to pick cute clothes if you're there, if you're at that size. So I get it. So
I gave her a follow.
yeah, she's cute. Okay, so my next person, I've covered this person in the past. Their name is Bear Post, and I just have such a bone to pick with them, I guess. This person is technically obese. However, if you're looking at the screen, they're not the usual size of somebody in the fat acceptance community. Would you agree?
Yeah, she's one of the smaller girls. I
Yes.
would be curious to know like her stats.
Yes. I actually think in one of the videos that I pulled, they talk about their obese, like how they are technically obese, and I don't know if they go into like numbers or anything like that, but yeah.
I am so not an expert. Like I'm so bad at telling. Like sometimes I'll see somebody and I'll be like, oh yeah, they're probably like 140 pounds and they're like 200
Yeah.
pounds. Like I'm so
Right.
not good at it. But looking at her, yeah, I would think, yeah, she's probably overweight, but
Hmm.
I don't look at her and think that she has a ton of weight to lose. She also has like a pretty enviable
Shape.
proportion, like
Yeah,
waist to hip.
yes. So Bear is very short. I believe they are like 5'1", but they have the shape that somebody would die for. Like just the way, even though they're obese, just that hourglass shape, very romantic shaped. And
Yeah.
a cute face. Like if you look at that face. That is a cute face.
Oh, yeah,
I
they
think
have a
that they're
really cute face.
attractive. Yeah.
For sure. But I will say it seems like if it it seems like there are different tiers for fat creators. Like it seems like sometimes the ones who are smaller kind of posture themselves as like I don't know, almost like being the hot girls of the fat acceptance movement. Like the ones that have a certain waist to hip ratio really
Yes.
milk it for the views.
Yeah, like I've actually seen that in the comment sections when I've covered Bear in the past. Like people have claimed, I wonder if Bear's doing this so that they are the hottest fat in the room or something, you know?
Exactly. I
Yeah.
kind of get
Yeah.
that vibe. And I mean, I don't know, like you definitely see it. Like, do you know anti-diet pilot?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I do
so
know of that. Mhm.
she lost a ton of weight. She's like tiny now. She
Really?
took
I
a
know that she was on a
GLP-1.
GLP-1. Yeah.
She's tiny and now I've been wanting to do a video about her because she makes videos now about how being a size 2 makes your life so much better.
So she changed her name from Anti-Diet Pilot to Just Saying _XO. Chicago creator, working 5 times a week eating whatever I want, and then also working 5 times a week eating whatever I want, and she looks half the size. Well, maybe not half, but she looks much thinner. And then someone in the comment section, asterisk, with GLP-1, let's be completely honest now, you're not doing the exact same regimen in both. She replied, yes, with no real, it feels fake.
Like she's gone fully
Total-
to the other side.
She's on our side now. That's
No,
crazy.
she's further. She's further.
Oh, she's
to
further
the
into
end
the
of the
fat.
spectrum. She's like toxic now. Like she makes content about how the smaller you are, the better your life is, how guys fly her to Tahiti for the weekend, and yeah, like really disgusting, like vapid, shallow stuff. But I always thought that about her when she was doing her fat acceptance content. I always thought it seemed like she loved being the smallest fat person in the room.
Yeah, or like the she's attractive, right? She has a pretty face,
Yeah.
so like
Yeah.
conventionally attractive, just living in a fat body. I think that's what Bree's doing.
Fair.
Oh, Bear. I think it's what Bear is doing. Let's see here.
I was trying to find a dress that she posted herself wearing them, and I couldn't find it.
Bear or
Bear, yeah, it was so pretty. She was wearing this dress in like one of her more recent reels, and I was trying to find it. And I think it's
is
it's
it
not.
pink?
I think it's from like it's dusty pink. Yeah, did you see it?
I have it in
Like a trapeze dress.
Yeah, I have it. I have it in the
Oh,
video
okay,
that I picked
awesome.
out. Yeah. So I was like, she's pretty. Okay.
I kind of want to comment and be like,
what?
Can you sell me this dress?
I kind of didn't like it, but you have to have you gotta have a body and the confidence for it. Like, I don't think I could wear something like this, but maybe I could.
This
and
type
people
of
would think
thing actually, not to be vain, but this actually looks really good on me because it's it looks good on tall people.
Yeah, tall and slender. Yeah, I
Lean,
agree.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's if you're curvy, then I could see it feeling tent-like.
Yeah. But I think it looks cute on her, but I think because she has like that romantic shape, like she's curvy, but because she's also petite, like I feel like she can wear baby doll stuff and like it be cute. Or they. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
honestly, I've never really seen them in anything that I think looks bad.
No, I
They
think
have a really
because
good body for clothes.
Yes, they have like it's just a nice body. It's a great silhouette. But it is obese. There.
We're talking like we're industry.
Okay.
And America's Next Top Model is.
I know.
Sorry, I keep interrupting.
No, you're good. But also I'll put some pictures in, but they've lost weight since the last time that I've covered them. They talked about going to the gym more often, but you can tell in their face for sure.
Okay.
This is what my arm looks like, fat and all. This is what
Not that fat though, like to be for real.
This is what my cellulite looks like. My legs.
Oh, okay.
Front and back. From the side, my armpit hair. This is my body. Unedited, normal, and totally okay.
But they are losing weight. And we didn't see their stomach, which they have some visceral fat that needs to be addressed. However, they are also not, I think that's my biggest problem is that Bear is not, they're trying so hard to be part of the fat acceptance community and they're just not. Like, they're really not fat. Like, I don't
You know
think
what? You're right.
Yeah.
She's milking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, they would probably be classified as mid-size.
I agree. I think they tried their hardest to be like to I don't know if Bear was trying to gain, but trying their hardest to be obese, to be a part of this community. Because I think after the panorama, everybody was trying to find some kind of community, right? And they must have started feeling unwell. And my guess is that's why they started going to the gym, and now they're like having unintentional weight loss. But yeah, I would say that they're mid-size as well. They're not, I look at this person and I don't think fat. Maybe a little bit, like when we see more of their revealing outfits and stuff like that, you'll see that there is like visible fat. They're just super tiny, but it's just a lot of, you're right, it's like a lot of milking and a lot of like reaching for this community to be a part of this fat acceptance community. And I picked her for my normalization of obesity because they say it a lot. They say this is normal. This is what a normal person looks like. When, although average maybe, but is it okay or normal to have excess adipose tissue, especially visceral fat, which they do have? I don't think so, you know?
Yeah, and you'll see a lot of posts like that are like, this is what a normal healthy body that works out 3 times a week looks like. I've been seeing
Yeah.
that version of it, which is like, okay, you could work out 3 times a week. That still doesn't mean that you're automatically healthy. Like, it's also superficial also. It's like,
Yeah.
you're the ones who tell us that health doesn't have a look, right? So,
Yeah.
but then you're telling us this is what a healthy body looks like. Well, which is it?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Because I'm a
I
firm
do
believer that
love this dress though.
yeah, you should
I'm gonna
ask
find
for
it.
it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm one of those people who believes that like obesity and health cannot exist at the same time. Like I just don't think so. I think you can maybe be mentally okay, I guess, but like I think obesity, excess adipose tissue is a problem, and I don't know where else to how else to explain it more than that it just is a fact, you know? So claiming that this, not this, but they look thin here. Honestly, I'm seeing a thin, like a, not a thin person, but I'm seeing like they look healthy weight here, but we can't see their stomach. But
Well, can
claiming
I
that,
be so honest with you? Like, I get really annoyed. You see very similar content from women who are honestly like thin. Like, you see
yeah,
very similar content from women being like, you know, I have stretch marks here and it's normal. I have cellulite and
yeah,
it's normal. And people find, I feel like most people find that content to be cringe because it's like, girl, you're fit and athletic and like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
why are you trying to prove that you're like I don't know. It's almost like trying to get attention for things that like they're probably not even that insecure about anyway.
Right.
Um
Well, I
I
think I think it's a post for them. I think that Bear posts this way to make themselves feel better. Like
mm-hmm.
this is their diary, and if they post like this, they'll feel a lot better. I don't think that they're doing anything to try to help others. It's just like with that other gal from your episode. Like they are just posting this to make themselves feel better, and not and I don't really think it's for anybody else. It seems like they're trying to be charitable and be like, "Hey, I just want you to know that you're beautiful the way you are," and blah 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 blah. But in reality, they have to post this so that they can reaffirm that they're okay, which I guess okay, but
And attractive.
and attractive. And they are. They are. I agree. I think.
They are. Yeah. I totally think so. But it's just it does come off like they just want the validation and to feel
Yeah.
attractive.
Yes. Yes. Look at me. Look at me.
Which, by
Maybe a
the
lot
way,
of
there's
people.
nothing wrong with that. Like, you can post cute pics and you can post,
Yeah.
videos of your outfits or like you feeling yourself. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Um, but then don't make it about how being fat is okay. Just
Period.
make it
Period.
about, I feel good about myself.
Yeah. Period. Period. Period.
Can you tell what my biggest insecurity is?
Okay. Just looking at the video,
I
what
feel
do you
like it's a
think
trick question.
I know.
What do I think her biggest insecurity is? I'm guess. See, this is the thing. She's throwing me off. I feel like it's something that I wouldn't expect. It's going to be
Right.
something that I wouldn't expect.
I don't
If
think they're.
based on the video, I'd say probably like the belly.
Yes, I agree. And actually, and we'll watch it. I'm gonna just mute it because she's just gonna talk, but we'll play it again. But if you watch the video, so here she's clearly, or they're clearly sucking it in, and then they turn around, and there's a point where you can see that they let go. So it's
Oh,
clearly their
funny.
stomach, like it's clearly their belly, like right there, let go. You know what I mean? So The other problem that I have with Bear's page is it is constant body checking. Body checking, body checking, body checking. That's all they do. Every single episode, every single video is just body checking. And I think
Robin,
it's because
only skinty people can body check. You didn't know that?
yeah. No, I don't think that
No,
you
I
should be
agree with
body
you. I agree with
checking.
you. I see people body checking in the fat acceptance sphere
Yeah.
constantly, and nobody ever
Yeah.
says anything about it. But
Mhm.
like a thin person, you know, turns to the side and suddenly
Oh
it's like,
yeah.
you know, so
Yeah.
toxic, toxic
Yeah,
body
yeah,
check,
yeah.
whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right,
Can
let's
you
hear what
tell
she
what
had to
my
say
biggest
though.
insecurity is? Is it my hips, my belly, my proportions, my thighs?
It's
Is it my arms?
definitely not your proportions because you are proportionate. Like,
My skin? My chin? You can't, can you? That's what you need to remind yourself when you go out into the world. You might be thinking about that insecurity, but nobody else is. Literally no one can tell. So go out confidently, wear the outfit. You're okay.
It feels
I
like
don't
she's
like it.
trying to seduce me.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know.
why
I
is
don't.
she in the other video too? She's like, this is my arm.
Yeah, baby face or
And
baby voice.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it's almost like she's doing like a Britney impression circa 1999.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, very baby voice, very like,
Yeah.
don't you
I don't
want
know.
some of
Because you
this?
know that they don't talk like that. Like, I don't think that they actually talk like that. If they're talking to like their friends, their homies, like, I don't think that they really talk like that. I really, really don't.
I don't think so. I think they're trying to appeal to men
Ooh.
and women.
How was I supposed to know?
Maybe. Maybe.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, the whole thing, like, nobody else can tell what your insecurity is. Like, I get how that's like a nice message. If you have a
Yeah.
big old zit on your face, like, chances are, like, people
Nobody's
aren't gonna care
looking.
that much.
Hmm.
Yeah, like, I do like that, but I don't I don't know. That video felt like she was just like trying to get me to undress her with my eyes.
No, I think oh, I had it at the tip of my tongue. I think Bear posts things like that just to me it feels very much like great message, wrong messenger
Yes.
because they're shaped so proportioned. Okay, you're obese, barely. You know what I mean? Like I can imagine being a person who, like, if I was like 300 pounds, I would look at her and be like, "Bitch, you're skinny. Like, what are you talking about?" You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so this says here's a normal person's body. This is where I was like, no, 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 no. So here is a normal person's body for your feed today. So if you're looking at the page, again, proportionate. They're tiny, and but you can tell that there's visceral fat and there is obesity attached to this person.
Yeah. She looks good. Yeah, but like the oh, I just wanted to break up your feed today and show you what a real woman looks like. It's like,
Yeah, it does
thanks,
feel like that. Yeah,
I
it does
guess.
feel like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
It
know,
does feel
I
like
could
that.
have
Like,
just gone outside.
yeah, right. You look like an average American woman. You know, the again, and I'm not. You know, I'm not judging Bear for her body. I'm judging the fact that they're normalizing obesity. Clearly, this person is obese. You don't see me going onto the internet and being like, "You should be like this. Like this is completely normal." You know, that's the message that I dislike. I could still appreciate that the message is nice. You know, but average or normal doesn't, it may be normal because the average American person does look like that, like does have excess adipose tissue, but that doesn't mean that it's good or that it's healthy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I don't know, I just always think about like I just always think about the people that I think like really fall victim to um the haze stuff a lot of the time is like slightly overweight people.
Yeah.
And I was talking about this in a recent, I think it was a members only video, but like this one of my members was like only a little bit overweight, and she said that she was stuck in this mentality for years. Like she followed so many haze people and fat acceptance people who convinced her that like, oh, maybe like I just need to accept the fact that I'm always going to be slightly overweight, and like it's okay to be just slightly overweight, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of people like really fall victim to it in that scenario, and then they realize what once they come out of it, they realize like, no, like I could still be a little bit healthier.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's
Like,
still room,
even though
you
I don't
know.
have 100 pounds to lose, like I could
Hmm.
still strive to be better. I could still,
Yeah.
we can all like strive to be a little bit more fit, a little bit more healthy. Like that's not,
Right.
but they frame it like, no, 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 you're normal. It's
Yeah.
normal. Okay,
This
well,
is
everything's
completely normal.
normal.
Hmm.
What's normal for me is not going to be, it's not normal for you, Robin, or like what's
Hmm.
normal for Bear is not normal for either of us. When I was overweight, I would have killed to look like that.
Right.
I would have loved
Right.
to have like TNA, you know?
Yeah. Right, right, right. Right. Yeah,
That wasn't
it
my
doesn't
normal.
yeah, it just doesn't feel like this is the right it doesn't feel like the right person for this message. It's maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just seeing somebody
No.
who was lonely and wanted to be a part of this like ever-growing popular group and got to a specific size and was pulling it off, you know, but now they are losing weight. I wonder, you know, it just doesn't seem right. And again, this is not
They're
a
losing
normal
weight,
again.
but they're sorry. Go
There's
ahead.
no, you're right. You're right. They're losing weight, but they're still like spreading the message of haze and like obesity is normal, which we cannot allow, you know?
Yeah, she could have just posted this video and said, I loved my outfit today.
Period.
Because
Period.
that's the point of it. She
Yeah.
could have just said, felt cute, might delete later, or
Yeah,
like
yeah,
whatever
yeah,
that thing
yeah.
is. You know, like
Yeah, yeah.
she just wants to she's just spinning around showing us her outfit like, oh, thanks for doing such a public service by showing us
Look
what a
how
normal body looks like.
look how cute and perfectly pear-shaped I am, you know?
Like, get over it, dude.
Yeah.
I could have walked over to CVS and saw a
And saw
normal
that. Yeah, yeah,
body.
yeah. Right, right, right.
Like, just link your outfit and be done with it.
Right, right. Okay, so here Bear talks about being in an obese BMI. So I wonder if they're going to speak about what their weight is or their size. I'm not 100%.
It's getting dark, too dark.
Okay, so it just says, I'm going to erase the music. An obese BMI, by the way, and it's just Bear dancing, body checking in front of the camera. Again, the proportions are there, but there is quite a bit of visceral fat. And we can see that
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. And
And does she
it's hard for me to tell once again, like I know that obese is like according to BMI,
yeah, yeah,
obese is 30 and above, I think.
yeah.
Um
Yes.
so I mean I could see her being like on the
On
like
the
class
cusp.
1 obese. Yeah, like a
Yeah.
lower end of obese. But these videos always I feel like people think that obese is an insult or something.
Yeah. No,
Like
yeah.
it's just like the BMI is just one medical tool. Like it's just one data
Right.
point. So what I get a weird feeling. I think you'll understand what I mean. Like when people say like this, by the way, like this is what people call obese. This is
Yeah.
what my doctor said is obese, and it's like no, it's just a fact that it's obese.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
but that doesn't mean like it's not an insult. It's just something for you to
Right.
know.
Right. Like when I tell people that I'm obese on my channel, they're like, obese where? You know? And or like you don't look obese, and it's like, well, I am. Like I'm on the cusp. I'm still overweight, I'm still obese. But it's not, you know, it doesn't hurt my feelings to be to know that I am obese. Like, and I still feel like I have some skin in the game to like call out like the normalization of obesity, even in somebody who lives in a smaller fat, they would call that a small fat, body. It's just a number, it's just a word, first of all, words don't exist without us, right? But it's just a form of measurement. And like, there are other things in my life that are great. Like, again, I reversed the insulin resistance. My waist to height ratio is in the green, I'm no longer at danger
Oh,
because
low risk.
low risk. So like the visceral fat has decreased around my belly, right? My blood markers are good. I could do a little bit better with my cholesterol, but I'm a keto girly, so I think
Yeah, I was
there's
gonna
gonna be some.
say.
But my blood sugar A1C healthy, healthy, healthy. I'm curious to see what Bear's stuff is. They're never gonna share it, but it's none of our business. But I'm just
I
curious,
know. I know I would be curious too, because that's actually a really good example that you gave. You said that your BMI says obese or just barely obese, but your waist to height is low risk. So that's the perfect example of like, yeah, this thing exists, and yes, we all know that it's not perfect.
Yeah,
Well, like
it's not the
nobody's
end all be
saying that
all,
it's perfect. Yeah,
right?
but I don't know, like to post something like this is almost implying that there's no validity to it at all, or
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
oh, because the BMI says I'm obese, that means BMI is bullshit, or like, and like I understand it's flawed, it's not
Mm-hmm.
perfect, but
Mm-hmm.
I guess I just don't really get what they're trying to prove. Like, it feels
Sorry.
like they're just saying that oh, but they can't possibly be obese because they're still sexy or something.
Yeah, yes, yes, yes. That's exactly what I was gonna say. I feel like Bear posted this so that they could get comments like, "Oh my God, you're not obese. Oh my God, you're literally gorgeous. Oh my God, something else, complimentary, right?" Um,
Hmm.
it's the compliment fishing. I'm assuming. I'm only assuming that, but I'm assuming they like a lot of outside validation from people in general. But I mean, anybody who knows, if you're in the realm, you guys, if you're even on a weight loss journey, or you're just you are in this anti-fat acceptance realm, what obese looks like. What class 3 or class 2 or class 1 obese looks like, and you can look at this person, especially when they turn to their side, and be like, yeah, there's, obesity is there, right? It's
Yes,
very low. It's very small fat, but we can agree that there's excess adipose tissue.
definitely a small fat, but
Small fat.
um, I think that's another
Gorgina.
thing. Oh, I thought you said gordita.
No, gordita, Gorgina.
That too, that too. Um, I think that when some people hear obese, they think morbidly
Yeah.
obese. Like they think like their mind goes to like, well, I couldn't possibly be obese because I don't look like Brendan Fraser in The Whale.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, no, there's a spectrum. There's a spectrum, and you
There's a
have to educate
spectrum.
yourself on the spectrum,
You know, it's funny. Chikara Transformations talks about like how there's European fat,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I would consider to be like that's European fat. Honestly, this is probably a little bit fatter than European fat. I think when she said that she meant like what we call like mid-size, or
Oh,
like a
is considered
14 or a
European fat.
16 is European fat. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, dude, it's true. Like, and it's scary. Like, I get that this is the average, maybe, I don't know if it's average or not. Maybe a little bit more or less, who knows. This person is the average American person, and it just, it's a sign that we're going in the wrong direction as a country as far as like as like body weight, right?
Yeah, I definitely think so. And I the BMI, like I can't even like I'm like so done with their complaints about the BMI, because anytime you propose a different metric, they don't want that either. So
Yeah.
like, what if we did away with the BMI? Okay, so what about they came up with the body roundness index, which horrifying name, but like they didn't like that either. They also don't like waist to hip. They also don't like waist to height, because they would only like the thing that
That
reaffirms the fact that they're super healthy.
Yeah. Which that's not how it works, baby. Sorry.
No.
But I get you have to do that's why I don't think I think people who only fight for like just getting to that perfect BMI number, it's like there's other things that play into like your health. So it's not the end all be all. There are other things to look into and you have to eat healthy first of all, you know what I mean? I don't know what this person eats. They don't ever share what they eat. But I am curious
Interesting.
now. Yeah, I am curious now.
Yeah, she's super annoying. Do you have any more from her?
I have one more, I think. Okay.
Flinch.
Okay, this one,
If I
the
call
argument,
myself funny,
I get it, but also like, shut up. Okay. Actually, I don't get the argument. Let's watch. Let's watch.
if I
Okay.
called myself funny, you wouldn't flinch. If I called myself short, you wouldn't argue. But the second I call myself fat, people jump to say, no, you're not.
Okay. I kind of get where she's. I'm sorry. Let's start it over.
I
I'm gonna
get where
watch the.
I know exactly where she's going. Yeah, let's finish it out.
If I
Okay,
called
let's watch
myself funny, you wouldn't flinch. If I called myself short, you wouldn't argue. But the second I call myself fat, people jump to say, no, you're not. As if that's the kindest thing that they could say to me. But maybe telling people they're not fat isn't what we need to do. Maybe it's building a world where being fat isn't the worst thing you could possibly be. I'm fat, I'm funny, I'm pretty, I'm hot, and none of those things are mutually exclusive. Love you.
Yeah, I get what she's saying. She's saying fat is a neutral descriptor, the same as tall and short. Um, I, I mean that's a sentiment that I've heard from lots of people, but in her case, I think it kind of gets lost because I could see a lot of people commenting, like if she posted something saying like I'm a fat woman and yada yada yada, I could
Mhm.
see people commenting like, oh, like I really don't think you're fat, because there's a gray area, right? Like we
Yeah.
just had that whole conversation about like, isn't she mid-size? No, isn't
Yeah.
she like
Yeah.
a small fat? Is she? I think like people, I don't know in her case that when people say, you know, oh no, you're not fat, I don't know that they're saying you're not ugly, or I don't know if it's that exactly. I think they might just be looking at the way that she presents and they're like,
Yeah.
oh well, that's what, you know, that's kind of what I look like and I'm not fat, or like that's what
Yeah.
you
Like,
know, this
no,
model looks like that's not fat, like
yeah, you're calling yourself fat, but like you're literally what people would say average, right? Like
yeah.
when we think of fat now, I mean, obviously we know there's excess adipose tissue. This person has a BMI that's obese, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But when we actually think of fat, like I think when I think of fat, the first thing that comes to my head is somebody like Tess Holiday, right? Like that's fat, right? I
That,
don't look
which is
at
crazy. That's crazy
yeah,
that that's where your mind goes,
right.
because she's very large,
She's super large. What
you know,
I don't think that Bear I acknowledge that Bear is overweight.
is
And
overweight.
yeah, but I just don't think that Bear doing this thing where they're trying to really 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 normalize fatness and normalize obesity is okay. And they're not the right messenger. Like they're just not. Like I
Yeah.
just don't see obese. Like I mean they are obese, but I don't see that being like their message is so that doesn't it's
There's another
they are what's the word that I'm looking for? They are like they're attractive but like society like what's the word that it is? Like
conventionally
societally attractive?
attractive.
Conventionally, yeah, they are conventionally attractive. I think a lot of people would look at this person and be like they're attractive. Would you call this person fat? I would not call this person fat. You
Yeah,
know?
but she's saying you can be conventionally attractive and also be fat.
Yeah,
Here's
okay,
the thing.
yeah.
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
It's not, it's kind of it. The more we talk about it, the more I realize it's just kind of an empty message.
Yeah.
It's just, it's the same thing as like, oh, this is an obese BMI, by the way. It's like, okay, I like, I don't really know what you're trying to say. If I was describing her to somebody, like if this was somebody that I saw in real life, I don't think I would say like, oh yeah, that fat girl over there. Like,
Mm-mm.
I don't think I would describe her as fat, but nevertheless she is overweight. So I guess that's what she's saying, that like we think of fat people as one thing and they're not one thing. They can also be like hot and pretty and cute
Okay,
and
yeah.
whatever. But I'm just like over it at this point. Truly, like I'm over, just like I don't care. Being hot is not that important. Like, I'm sorry.
Period.
Like,
Yes,
how
yes,
old are
yes.
you? Like, I don't
Yeah.
fucking care.
Right, right, right.
Excuse my French. I don't I don't care that
Yeah.
you're fat and hot. Like, go do something. Go
Yeah.
create
Do
something that's
something.
not about being fat.
Well, that's the other thing too, is that this page used to be something different, and for some reason Bear's posts started getting more popular the more that they talked about like them being obese and them being part of the fat acceptance
Mm.
community, and like bringing up their body, and like bringing up the fact that they are fat, and
So
they
what
a
did
lot of
her
times
page, I'm sorry, what did their page used to be? Like, were they just trying to be like a
it
regular
was just
influencer?
no, I don't even think that they wanted to be an influencer. I think it was just a regular page. But now they bring up the fact that they're like, I'm more than just my body. I'm an artist and I'm funny. And it's like, where is the art and where's the funny? All I see is
She's
your
like,
body and you're fat. Like, I don't
I'm
think
more
that they're
than,
fat, but like, yeah.
she's like, I'm more than just my body.
Oh God. Yeah, 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 right? I'm more than just my body, but here it is. Here's my body. Oh, and also this is normal. This is what, we're supposed to be fat. We're supposed to be
What a
obese. Is she
normal
are they really
body.
saying, yeah, are they really saying we all need to be obese? No. But the fact that they're trying to normalize big belly, big arm, uh
She's literally
a
saying
young
this is
person.
normal. She's
Yeah.
normalizing it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like they are. When you and I were chatting about like what we were gonna cover, I was like, oh, the number one person that came to my mind was Bear, because they always like are like, this is normal, while touching a very large, viscerally fat belly. Like they're very proportionate, Gorgina as hell, but we look at that belly, that is a big belly, right? And that's the most dangerous type of body fat. So yeah, that was who I definitely think they are trying to normalize the obesity.
I love this example. I actually hadn't done like a deep dive into, I think I used one of her videos one time, and I did a video all about, I call them the slats, the slutty fats.
Yeah. Okay,
And
I do remember that. I do remember that. Yeah.
yeah. So I reacted, but I didn't like go to her page or anything or do a deep dive. So I'm happy that I got to know a little bit more about her. I really don't like her.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where Bear's page goes, because they are visibly losing weight. Like I'll plug in photos, but they are visibly losing weight, particularly in their face. And
Okay.
yeah, like there's something going on, and I'm excited to see what it is, and if their page is going to, like, if the direction will change. Like will they join the dark side and be like, okay, listen, you guys, I had to lose weight because this was going on, or something like that? Or were they just going to just completely ignore it, get thinner, get to a healthy weight, and be like, fatness is cool, we should normalize being obese and still talk about being obese, you know what I mean?
No,
I don't know, I'm
dude, I
interested.
cannot wait for some of these people, like some of the big names in this
Ooh.
space, to come over to YouTube, because you know it's going to happen.
Oh, to come over to YouTube and just make
And
YouTube?
like
Is
end
that what
up
you're talking
making anti-fat
about? Oh,
acceptance content.
yeah. I'm excited for. I feel like, this is off topic, but I feel like a lot of, like, especially like a lot of like the TikTok influencers, or like the just like the mukbangers. I feel like they are doing a lot of that, like, to get fat and then get money from like losing weight. Does that make any sense?
Like to go on a GLP-1 or something.
Yeah, like I see a lot. I might do an episode about this, but and I'm gonna cut this out. But I feel like I see a lot of like mukbanger. Like there's a particular mukbanger, and I think maybe Honey Bison covered her recently,
I
talking
just
about
can't, I can't even imagine like purposely putting on that much weight to then have to lose it. Like
yeah.
that would just be such a nightmare.
I feel like money just makes you do crazy things, though. You know, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, they got to be getting paid. You know, they're getting
Oh yeah,
paid a lot.
absolutely. But anyway, so that is our episode, you guys. Let us know in the comments below, what did you think about Mary Fran, and what do you think about Bear Post? I am so excited that we finally got to collab Emmy Brooklyn Baby. Let the is there anywhere that you are did you create another Instagram page for your YouTube channel?
I just changed my handle. So you can find me on Instagram at Emmy Brooklyn Baby. You can find my YouTube channel, which is the same name, Emmy Brooklyn Baby. I talk about anti-fat acceptance, but I also talk about anti-diet dietitians and other aspects of the Haze movement and health and wellness. And I would love to see you there.
Yay! Well, thank you so much for being a guest on my channel. What kind of emoji do you think that we should have the group leave?
Let's leave a fairy emoji because I feel like a lot of these girls were very whimsical.
Yeah, she was a fairy. All right. Well, thank
What's
you so
that?
much. Huh?
What is that a reference to something that I
Oh
don't know?
yeah, it's a meme. You'll see it. It's like a sound.
You'll
fairy, and then
insert
they,
it.
like,
You'll insert it
yeah,
here.
She was a fairy.
Thank you for
all right, you
having me,
guys.
Robin.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for coming, and we'll have to redo this or do this again sometime.
For sure.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Do you remember when we met? That's the day I knew you were my pet. I wanna tell you that I love